Welcome to another Big Brother 27 live feed update. Comment, share, like, and subscribe. Get me to 1,000 subs. So by now you probably already know the Noms, and Lauren just repeated Jimmy's Noms, or at least his initial Noms, by putting up Keanu and Kelly. But this time she added Jimmy's replacement Nom, Will, as her third Nom. And the veto players have been picked. Vince and Ashley are competing, so obviously someone in production wants to give Ashley a shot to make sure she's not a replacement now. Which, again, I'm not surprised because I've already said who the final 4 more likely will end up being, and Ashley, along with Mickey and Rachel, are a part of that. So that's to be expected. Meanwhile, this Lauren HOH, continues to show that this chick has no spine and no brain in her head. Despite going to college, obviously the only thing that they teach in college is how to hate America and playing life based on identity politics. Because I have to assume the only reason why Lauren isn't, factoring in the women who want to see her go is because she's aligning based on genitalia. Now, I will acknowledge Lauren isn't aware that Morgan still wants her out of the house because of Morgan's feelings for Zach, which of course isn't being categorized as creepy and obsessive as they're doing with Riley, because as we know, this fan base is biased towards praising women and ignoring any of their actual creepy and obsessive behavior. Funny enough, they're blaming Zach for, I don't know, telling Morgan straight to her face he's not interested at all, which would of course affect his game. So of course he wouldn't do that. I mean, case in point, when he's talking to Mickey about his feelings, the Showmance feelings, and she brought up Lauren and Morgan, and with Mickey he's telling her that Lauren is my type, but I get along better with Morgan, because he knows that Mickey more than likely will take this conversation back to Morgan. Now, we didn't get the full convo between Zach and Mickey because, of course, as they always do, they either switch their feeds to a part of the house where nothing's going on, or they give us the oil painting, "We'll be right back" screen, which they did. But we were able to at least get a little bit of what Zach was saying about it. But when he's talking to the guys, he's telling them, he's not interested in Morgan. Because he believes, for the most part, they won't go back and talk to Morgan about it. Now, I will acknowledge Vince has been doing some dirty macking with Lauren. Like, he recently told her about how Zach said that production basically cast Lauren for him. And there's a part of me, especially when I see him interacting with her, that believes Vince is attracted to Lauren. But, he has a girlfriend at home. So that could be a little situation brewing. But anyway, this Lauren HOH has been terrible for her game. Everybody that she's targeting is an ally. Everybody that she's not targeting is an enemy that wants her to go pre-jury. And let's say if Ashley does win veto and takes Will off the block, which she's talking about, if she puts up Adrian, and if I'm Adrian and I survive, ain't no way in hell I'm not targeting Lauren if I win HOH. Yeah, matter of fact, I would put her up next to someone like Rachel and Morgan, people who I know have others in the house. And then let, Lauren go home for women that she didn't want to put on the block in the first place over her idiotic stupidity. But yeah, again, those so-called game things is just always annoying because me personally, I already know what the end looks like. It's just a matter of how we get there. And I guess this is one of the ways, having moronic HOHs like Lauren. Now, the only thing that does get some sort of excitement out of me when watching the feeds is when we have characters like Kelly. And I love Kelly's I don't care attitude because she's just going around letting people know she's instigating things and then acting like she's questioning why people think she's an instigator. And recently she was messing with Rachel, basically having a back and forth with her, and then following that back and forth, she used it as the opportunity to sort of exaggerate and purposely misinterpret some of the things that Rachel said. Even though she did say some things bluntly that you probably shouldn't say in a game. But to me, I just see it as Kelly being an entertaining character that clearly doesn't care. Or she's trying to mimic what she think uh, Tucker's game was. When if she was really aware of Tucker's game, he was pretty much playing a quitter's game because he just wanted to go home and was talking about quitting. He just did it in a way to where he was able to, quote unquote, lose a competition and make it seem like it wasn't thrown. But anyway, we'll just wait and see who wins the veto. But more than likely, one of Keanu and Kelly will go home unless they're able to get back-to-back veto wins. But as we know, it's really based on what production wants.